Even though it's only been around for just over a decade at its current location, CAM, the Contemporary Art Museum in downtown Raleigh's Warehouse District, has made a huge impact on locals and visitors. And here to tell us all about it is CAM's Executive Director, Dr. Paul Baker. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Well, this is exciting. I don't know a whole lot about it, but maybe we can start with the obvious question. Okay. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself and the museum.
Okay, great. Well, I'm a North Carolina native, and I got into museums as an art major at UNC Chapel Hill. We had to do gallery talks in the Ackland, and that kind of, bit me as far as my interest in museums. So from there, I started working in museums, the North Carolina Museum of History, downtown Raleigh as a curator, and then most currently, I served as director of the University Galleries at North Carolina A&T State University. Transitioned and found this to be a great opportunity to begin working at CAM Raleigh. And CAM Raleigh is interesting in itself. We are a non-collecting museum.
What does that mean?
Non-collecting means that we don't have a permanent repository of art as traditional museums do. What we do is we try to exhibit current artists and offer this as kind of a stepstone for their careers as successful artists. We show artists on the local, regional, national, and sometimes even international stage. So we really want to make sure that we are focusing on the artists themselves and trying to promote their career and their work.
Well, I want to learn a little bit more about the history of it, but I'm going to play off you on this because I have a daughter who paints very well. She's 7 years old, but I'm pretty sure you're not interested in her yet. But I am curious is how do you find the art that you exhibit? Because there is a ton of talent out there.
Definitely. We look at different ways. First way is we have artists that actually submit proposals to CAM, and we review those proposals. We also look at what's on trend internationally and nationally. What artists are really making the scene out there in the art world. So we kind of look at those two areas, and then we also cultivate artists that are coming through the RTP pipeline.
Okay.
So we're looking at artists that are coming in the area that are really engaging, really doing great things. For example, our current artist exhibition list right now features 3 North Carolina artists, 2 from Durham and 1 from Winston-Salem.
Well, is the overall mission of the museum itself is to promote local regional artists, or is that the overall umbrella?
Yes, to promote artists on an inclusive level from different regions, from different areas that are really engaged in creating art that makes you think, that makes you look at art and yourself in different ways, that makes you look at life in different ways. So we really like the artist and art that we can really have discussions around.
Now, the museum itself, it's over in the Warehouse District, but that's it's not a new home for it, but it is a relatively new home for it. It started back in the early 80s, didn't it?
Yes, as part of the College of Design at North Carolina State University, and then about 25 years later moved into its current location in downtown Raleigh in the Warehouse District. When it was first settled in the Warehouse District, that was a kind of quiet area. It wasn't really bustling, but over the past decade, it has really grown. We have new neighbors that we work in conjunction with. We've created partnerships with our neighbors in the neighborhood. So we're really excited about the things that CAM has to offer in that specific space.
So how's the museum doing? I mean, you've been around a long time, so it must be doing well.
We're doing very well. We are very proud of our First Fridays. We have broken attendance records with our First Fridays. This past one, we had over 400 people to attend our First Friday. So we're really excited about that. We're excited about the programming that we do at CAM. For example, we did a vinyl art project where we had old vinyl records, if you can imagine old vinyl records.
Yes.
And we had people to come in and they were able to create art out of those vinyl records and take it home. So they were creating art and able to take home their work of art to show off in their own personal gallery spaces.
Oh, now that's very cool. Now, I know you have educational programs.
Yes.
And for the public who might be interested and haven't actually visited the museum,
yes,
what kinds of things will they see and what kinds of programs can they get involved in?
We're very engaged with K-12 in saying that we do gallery tours for school groups. We're really excited about the idea of cultural exposure to kids at a very early age. We also work with specific schools on doing gallery talks, taking art to schools to talk about art, talk about becoming future artists, that exposure. And then we're launching a new program called Art in Educational Spaces. That's where we will select libraries, cultural institutions, elementary schools, middle schools, and have them exhibit a piece of art that we work with an artist and have that piece exhibited there for a period of time. That way, students passing by, parents passing by can get that opportunity to see fine art up close and personal.
That is very cool. Now, you have, I'm assuming, a lot of turnover in the museum. It's kind of designed for that, I guess,
yes,
right?
Yes, definitely.
Which I think makes it really refreshing and neat to go visit. So
Yes.
what are some of the upcoming events and things we might see at the museum?
Well, right now, running until the middle of October, we have 3 great artists. As I mentioned before, they're all North Carolina artists. Kennedy Carter, who's a photographer from Durham, North Carolina. She's the youngest person to photograph for the cover of British Vogue magazine.
Oh, wow.
She photographed Beyonce for the cover. I'll say she's my top because of her story. An artist in Durham, photographing works and kind of developing her career, and was actually noticed by British Vogue through Instagram. So Instagram and social media actually launched her career.
Wow.
So I love her story, and I love the work that she's able to do in the intersection of race, class, and gender. Then we also have Clarence Hayward, who is a portrait artist, very renowned portrait artist from Durham, North Carolina. He is, a phenomenal artist. We have a collection of his works that are on display now, on exhibit now. And he's just, a down-to-earth artist that's very approachable and willing to talk to anyone about his art. And then finally, we have Lakia Shepherd, who is a renowned textile sculptor artist in her own right. And I think with those 3, we have really hit the mark on incorporating North Carolina artists and pushing those careers further. Coming up, we have Titus Higgins, who is also a Durham artist, and we are excited about his work. He's been working on this project for about 5 years in Cuba, where he is photographing transgender communities in Cuba. So we're excited to do that. We're unveiling his exhibition on National Coming Out Day. We're excited to partner with other organizations, agencies to support the LGBT communities. So it's going to be a really inclusive event that we hope that will offer not only resources for the art world, but also for those communities that have been overlooked in the past.
Okay, now here's your shot. People are watching. Why should they come visit the museum?
Visit CAM because that is the best place that you can get great art for free on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That is very cool. It is. For more information, people should go to what, the website?
Go to our website, www.camraleigh.org, and just stop by and we can have a great day, a great afternoon of art.
Oh, I bet you will. Thank you so much for being with us.
All right, thank you.
And thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed today's show. If you have any questions or would like to know more, please visit our website at RaleighCW.com and myrdctv.com. I'm Bill LeMay, and thank you for watching Community Matters. We'll see you next week.